Are you looking for the best cameras for vlogging? In this video we will look at some of the 6 best cameras for vlogging on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description. So make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Starting at number 1. Sony Alpha ZV-E1 Full-Frame Interchangeable Lens Mirrorless Vlog Camera. If money is no obstacle, the Sony ZV-E1 is one of the best cameras for YouTube vlogging on the market. It's Sony's first full-frame vlogging cam, with a 12-megapixel full-frame sensor that's optimized for low light, making it a great choice for creators who work in less controlled lighting conditions. On top of that, it can record at up to 120 frames per second in 4K, with internal 10-bit 4:2:2 capture, and has a remarkably effective autofocus system. There's no viewfinder here, but the camera includes a built-in directional mic and a fully articulated screen that makes it easy to monitor yourself, along with in-body image stabilization (IBIS) to help reduce camera shake. This is the ultimate vlog camera for the solo operator, with features designed to take the guesswork out of video production. Naturally, it also comes at a premium price, so unless you're serious about making a career out of vlogging, it'll likely be overkill for your needs. There are more compact options out there, too, and the ZV-E1 has a tendency to overheat with longer recording sessions. Keep reading below if you're looking for a more affordable or compact option for on-the-go vlogging. Number 2. Sony Alpha 6700 APS-C Interchangeable Lens Camera. The Sony Alpha 6700 may not be as advanced as the Sony ZV-E1, with more of a hybrid design and a smaller APS-C sensor that's less suited to low light, but it's chock full of amazing video features for the price. 4K recording at up to 120 frames per second is a highlight despite incurring a notable crop, and the camera uses the same incredible AF system as the higher-end ZV-E1. You also get IBIS for smoother handheld recording and a fully articulated screen so you can monitor yourself. Plus, more advanced shooters can take advantage of internal 10-bit 4:2:2 recording to get more flexibility to process and edit their footage. Overall, the Alpha 6700 is an excellent video camera for the price, with more than enough advanced video features to please enthusiasts. But don't overlook the Fujifilm X-S20 in this price range, either. Its AF isn't as reliable as the Alpha 6700S, and it maxes out at 4K 60 frames per second. But it's another excellent choice for video work, with a dedicated vlog mode that simplifies the vlogging process for content creators. It even includes more advanced features like OpenGate 6.2K recording to give you more cropping leeway. Number 3. Canon EOS R10 Body-Only Mirrorless Vlogging Camera. If the Sony Alpha 6700 is a little too pricey for you, the Canon EOS R10 is a great choice at a lower price point. It's more of an entry-level camera than the Sony, with more limited internal recording capabilities and no IBIS. But if you don't intend to use log profiles and color grade your own footage, then the R10 still has a lot to offer. It captures high-quality 4K footage, with 4K recording at up to 60 frames per second, albeit with a crop, and includes a slow-motion recording mode in 1080p. Beyond that, it has a highly effective autofocus system and a really intuitive user interface that's well suited for beginners. The camera is quite lightweight for on-the-go shooting and features a bright, fully articulated touchscreen, so you can monitor yourself while recording. Its battery life leaves something to be desired, but you can always power the camera externally if you need more juice. Number 4. Sony Alpha ZV-E10 APS-C Interchangeable Lens Mirrorless Vlog Camera. The Sony ZV-E10 is the budget option in Sony's ZV series and one of the best options for beginner YouTubers. Though it doesn't have a viewfinder, making it less versatile for hybrid shooters, its fully articulated screen is ideal for vlogs. This camera also has a headphone jack and a low-profile hand grip that's easier to hold in a selfie position. It doesn't have built-in stabilization, so go for an optically stabilized lens if you plan on shooting handheld. Its frame rate options are more limited than what you get with the Canon EOS R10, maxing out at 4K 30 frames per second with a slight crop. However, it has a very reliable autofocus system, including specialized focus modes like Product Showcase. This feature is a godsend for product and beauty vloggers, as it'll automatically shift focus from your face to any object you hold up in the frame. While the Canon R10 is a better all-arounder for hybrid photo/video shooters thanks to its viewfinder, the ZV-E10 is the way to go if you need a vlogging-oriented camera on a budget. Number 5. DJI Pocket 2 Handheld 3-axis Gimbal Stabilizer with 4K Camera. While interchangeable lens models give content creators the most flexibility, the DJI Pocket 2 is a unique all-in-one vlogging tool that won't break the bank. Unlike our other picks, it has a built-in 3-axis stabilized gimbal, so you can easily capture buttery-smooth handheld footage without expensive stabilizers or gimbals. Did we mention the whole thing can fit in your back pocket? That alone makes this a worthy addition to the slew of different vlogging cameras today. Aside from its gimbal, its 1/1.7-inch sensor gives it better low-light performance than most cameras of its size, and it can shoot at up to 60 frames per second in 4K, with a slow-motion capture mode that records at up to 240 frames per second in 1080p. On top of that, there's an active track feature that can automatically follow a subject as they move around. While the DJI Pocket 3 improves upon the Pocket 2 even further, with a better sensor and processor, it's also significantly pricier, so the Pocket 2 model is one of the best cheap options to get you started with vlogging. Number 6. Sony ZV-1 Digital Camera for Content Creators. If you need something compact, consider a point-and-shoot like the Sony ZV-1. Like the Sony ZV-E1 and the Sony ZV-E10 mentioned above, it features a vlogging-friendly design with a fully articulated screen and vlogging mic, complete with a detachable windscreen to reduce wind noise. Unlike its interchangeable lens stablemates, the ZV-1 is much more portable and uses a smaller 1-inch type sensor. While that means it's less suited to dim lighting conditions, the camera still records high-quality video, has a great autofocus system, and offers plenty of frame rate options. The newer Sony ZV-1 II features an updated lens with a wider field of view that, on the surface, is better suited to vlogging. But, unlike the original ZV-1, it lacks optical stabilization and crops your footage when using digital stabilization, in some ways mitigating the advantage of using a wide-angle lens. It's also pricier, making the original ZV-1 our top pick for those looking for a compact camera.